Welcome. Thank you for your interest in LP subspace embedding in input sparsity time. This is a work under progress. Here I will discuss the algorithm and its results. First, before discussing the algorithm, let me give you the motivation towards the work. Clarkson and Woodruff showed that given a column space, there is a distribution of matrix count sketch such that if one randomly samples one matrix from this distribution and applies it on the input data, then that will reduce the size of the data, yet it will preserve the subspace embedding. In the regime of hashing, Mitzenmacher showed that if we increase the number of choices, then the maximum load gets reduced drastically. I will formally explain these two techniques in the following slides. Count sketch goes like this. Given an input matrix A of dimension n cross d, where n is very bigger than d, we return a matrix C of dimension b cross d. Here b is some function of d. The way we create this matrix C is as follows. That for every index I from 1 to n, we hash it to some index j in 1 to p, such that the jth row of C is either added or subtracted by the ith row of A with equal probability. Now, once we put all these rows of A into some row in C, the resultant matrix C is such that it well approximates the AX norm for all x in the column space of A. This algorithm runs in input sparsity time. Also, the hashing is oblivious to the input data A. Now, in case of power of choices, what we do is that for every ball, we pick two or more bins based on multiple hash functions. Now, by looking at number of balls in each bin, we put this ball into a bin with fewer balls. By doing so, we reduce the number of collisions in each bin. Using these two methods, what we try to do is that we're trying to create a distribution of matrix which will preserve LP subspace embedding yet in input sparsity time. So our algorithm is like this. We call it power sketch. It takes an input A of dimension n cross d and it returns an output matrix C of dimension say b cross d. The algorithm has two hash functions h1 and h2 which takes a scalar from 1 to n and outputs a scalar 1 to b. These two hash functions are independent of each other. Algorithm also maintains an array which maintains the knowledge that how many collisions have occurred in each bucket. So in here by bucket I mean in each row of C. So now what we do is that for every index I, we hash it using h1 and h2 and we get some scalar p and q. Now by looking at the value of fp and fq, we note that which one is smaller and we keep this note in a variable j. Then we update the jth row of C by either adding or subtracting the row I with equal probability. We also update the variable fj by adding 1. Now once we do this method for all the n rows, we return the final matrix C. We run this power sketch method and count sketch method on synthetic data. Our synthetic data size is of 10 million cross 100, where each entry is a Gaussian of 0 mean and 1 variance. Now we run these two methods, power sketch and count sketch, for various sample size. Here for each sample size, we run 5 random experiments and compute the relative error, that is ax2 norm square minus cx2 norm square divided by ax2 norm square, where x is some vector from the column space of A. And in this table we return the mean of these 5 relative errors. Here clearly the power sketch method outperforms the count sketch for the same sample size. So it is interesting to study the theoretical guarantees of the power sketch method. So we also wish to extend this method for LP subspace embedding using kernelization trick. In kernelization, we reduce the LP norm by some LQ norm, where Q is less than or equal to 2. Q being less than or equal to 2 is helpful in some way. We are also interested to study the non-oblivious nature of the power sketch method. Here, if you remember that our hashing do not need the knowledge of the data A, but by non-oblivious, what I mean is that let's say we know the leverage score of every row in A, and somehow we ensure that the rows with high leverage score do not have any collision, and only the rows with low leverage scores we use power sketch. So these are the references that we have used for our work. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you at live chat. Take care.